All right. It's another Friday, and so it's another fantastic 5 minutes FaceTime Friday with Mike. It's who also apparently gets a little out of control with the alliterations. Um, no, so this week I've been thinking a lot about vulnerability. Um, I spent a good part of my life, probably most of my life, trying to be invulnerable, trying to not be weak. And one of the I guess, revelations or revolutions that I've been undergoing over the past few months is learning how to be vulnerable. And I guess in one sense, learning how to not live with one foot out the door, not living my life in such a way that I am building walls, keeping myself from other people and keeping other people from me. And it's an important thing, and it's a hard thing, right? To let yourself be vulnerable because you're giving up control. You're conceding a little bit of that protection for yourself. One of my teammates, Kelly, wrote about being real, and when one thing she said was, sometimes, excuse me, you need permission to feel overwhelmed or to feel hurt. And I think to expand it a little bit more, we sometimes need to give ourselves permission to feel it all, right? Because what happens is we shut ourselves off from our emotions, from all emotions, right? From feeling too happy or being too invested in something or feeling too hurt or too much grief. And in that, we are trying to protect ourselves from being too invested, I guess, being from putting too much of ourselves into whatever it is. And I think that has a lot to do with that fear of being vulnerable. Because if I love too much or if I'm too happy, what happens if that love is unrequited? What happens if that joy is looked upon with scorn, right? Or conversely, if I'm grieving too much, if I'm hurting too much, then what if the people around me just go away, right? And of course, I think in even saying that in those statements, the underlying motivation is a fear. Um, and so we do. So we build that wall. I build those walls. Walls which now are reduced to little piles of dust, and it's healthier, right? And it's freeing, and it's good. So yeah, it's short and sweet this week. Be vulnerable. Feel. Feel happy. Feel sad. Feel angry. And feel it robustly. Be overwhelmed by emotion, and let that be okay. Let your, I guess, spirit breathe, maybe, to wax poetic. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good weekend, or will have a good weekend. I hope everyone enjoys an extra day off. Um, yeah, we'll see you next week.